Some dogs sit, some roll over, and some, well, they jump out of airplanes, dig people out of avalanches, used to lead fire wagons through burning streets, and even guard penguins. Today we're going to look at 4 different dog breeds that have jobs. This is real dogs with jobs. And I promise all 4 are good boys. This is Kiefer, and he's a good boy. Let's get into it. And our first dog with a job, they're not police dogs, they're elite soldiers. The Belgian Malinois can run 30 miles an hour, scale 10-foot obstacles, and parachute out of airplanes. Just like this. That's pretty cool. These dogs aren't just well trained, they're weapons with discipline and precision. The Belgian Malinois comes from, you guessed it, Belgium. Developed in the late 1800s as herding dogs known for their speed, intelligence, and relentless work drive. They've got insane energy, lightning fast reflexes, and near bulletproof focus. That same intensity made them perfect for police and military work, and they've been serving ever since. A Malinois can detect bombs, track suspects, clear buildings, and take down armed intruders, all with split-second obedience. And here's the truth. Malinois don't actually want violence. They want direction. Their power comes from discipline, not aggression. Give them a mission and they will lock onto it like a laser beam. One of the most famous Malinois was Cairo, the Navy SEAL dog who joined the raid on Osama bin Laden in 2011. He searched the compound for explosives and stood guard while SEAL Team 6 made history. Yeah, a dog literally helped one of the biggest manhunts of modern times. Today, Malinois work everywhere. SWAT teams, the Secret Service, Border Patrol, and anti-terror units around the world. Handlers say they trust a Malinois more than most people, and many will often retire with their owners. When a job demands perfection, these dogs deliver. Now, would they make good pets? Only if you're ready for a full-time athlete living in your house. If they don't get structure and constant work, they'll invent their own missions, which might involve your furniture. They're still good boys, though. Let's head to the Alps now and meet the gentle giant built for blizzards, the Saint Bernard. Beethoven, when avalanches used to bury travelers alive in the Alps. Help didn't come from helicopters, it came from dogs. Massive gentle giants that could smell humans under feet of snow and dig them back up. The St. Bernard, nature's original rescue team. 400 years ago, monks at the Great St. Bernard Pass, a dangerous route between Switzerland and Italy, refined and trained large alpine farm dogs to survive and work in blizzards. Their job was brutal. Patrol the pass, find lost travelers, and lead them safely back to the monastery. Everything about the St. Bernard screams built for the Alps. Thick double coat, a chest like a snowplow, and a nose sharp enough to detect life under the snow. Standing up to 30 inches tall and weighing around 180 pounds. They're basically small bears with the heart of a caretaker, calm, gentle, and stubbornly loyal. Perfect for mountain rescues. The most famous St. Bernard was Barry, born in 1800 and credited with saving more than 40 people. His legend was so great that his body was preserved in a Swiss museum. And decades later, the St. Bernard went Hollywood with Beethoven. I remember watching this movie a lot as a kid. Even the sequels. I wonder if they still hold up. I need to watch them again. Beethoven was that giant, lovable troublemaker that made a generation fall in love with the breed. Oh, and just to myth bust real quick, that little brandy barrel around their neck, it's a total myth. They weren't rescuing people with alcohol. It's a myth that came from an old painting and it somehow stuck. Sorry to burst your barrel. Today, technology handles most avalanche rescues, but the St. Bernard remains the symbol of courage in the Alps. Gentle giants reminding visitors what rescue looked like before modern equipment. As for St. Bernards as pets, they are sweet and loyal, but they are obviously massive. They drool a lot and shed like crazy, and also eat like a linebacker. If you've got the space and the patience, they're the ultimate giant lapdog. Those big Beethovens, they're such good boys. From snowstorms to firefighting, meet the original fire dog, the Dalmatian. Dalmatians sprinted through city streets alongside horse-drawn fire wagons, running and barking to clear the way. They weren't mascots then, they were firefighters with 4 legs. Dalmatians were first used in 1700s Europe to run with horse-drawn carriages. Their stamina and calming presence made them perfect companions for horses, who spook very easily in chaos. They're lean and athletic, just under 2 feet tall and around 60 pounds. They were built to run, not rest. So when early fire brigades relied on horses to pull water wagons, the Dalmatian became the natural guardian and siren rolled into one. They kept pace with the galloping horses for miles, herding crowds from the road, and guarded the team at the fire scene. At night they would protect the firehouse and the horses while the crew slept. Smart, alert, and full of energy. Dalmatians didn't just fit in at the firehouse, they ran it. By the late 1800s, Most major US firehouses had a Dalmatian. Some served for over a decade, so beloved that the crews held full honors funerals when they passed. And even after motorized trucks replaced horses, the Dalmatians stayed. Now today, Dalmatians don't lead fire wagons. They ride in parades, visit schools, and serve as mascots for departments around the world. They're a living symbol of loyalty, courage, and speed. The original first responder. Now as pets, they're loyal and energetic, but that energy needs an outlet. They were bred to run for miles alongside horses. Without work or exercise, they'll end up doing this and make 101 puppies. Good luck with that. Channeling my inner Cruella de Vil, it would make a good coat. And about 30% of them have some hereditary deafness. So responsible breeding is essential. I'm looking at you guys. Those spotted deaf Dalmatians, they're really good boys too. We've covered 3 dogs with jobs so far, and all of them protecting humans. This next one is a little different. Most guard dogs guard sheep or cattle, but this one guards penguins. On a tiny island off the coast of Australia, big white dogs stand watch during breeding season, protecting a colony of little penguins from extinction. Sounds made up? It's 100% true. The penguins on Middle Island are called little penguins. That is their actual name, and they are the smallest penguin species in the world. They stand just over a foot tall and nest in burrows, which make them just adorable. Aww. Just look at it wobble. I want one. But they are also totally defenseless on land. A single fox could wipe out dozens in one night. Their guardians are Maremma sheepdogs. They come from Italy, bred for centuries to protect livestock from wolves. Their instincts are pure guardian, patient, calm, and fiercely loyal to whatever they decide is their flock. So when red foxes spread across Australia and began wiping out Middle Island's little penguins, conservationists decided to try something wild. They brought in the Maremmas, standing nearly 30 inches tall and close to 100 pounds. They're big, fluffy tanks, gentle but built for guarding. Their real weapon isn't aggression, it's just their presence. Foxes won't go near the island if they smell a Maremma dog. During penguin breeding season, the dogs stay on the island. Their thick coats handle the cold coastal nights, and their loyalty keeps them on the job long after the novelty wears off. It started with a local chicken farmer. I bet you would never guess his name. Did you guess Swampy Marsh? Then you were right. Swampy and his dog, Oddball, became local legends. Oddball was the first dog to prove the idea worked, and her success inspired the Australian movie Oddball. And thanks to the program, the penguin population rebounded from fewer than 10 to now over 100, and trained Maremmas are still used on the island today. The success of Middle Island changed how conservationists think. Now Maremmas help protect endangered seabirds across Australia. A breed designed to guard sheep ended up saving a completely different species halfway around the world. As pets, they're gentle and loyal, but they need space, structure, and purpose. Without a job, a Maremma will choose one for you. And you guessed, what are they? They're good boys. I just want to pet that little white fluff muffin. 4 breeds, 4 missions. Whether it's sniffing out danger, pulling people from the snow, clearing paths through a fire, or protecting species we barely knew needed help. These 4 breeds aren't just dogs. They're dogs with jobs. Did you learn something new in this episode? Let me know what you learned in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Kiefer, and he's a good boy. There you go, buddy. Remember, nature is random and chaotic.